You've probably heard someone say, half jokingly, that a great sex life can make you glow, that there's something about intimacy that makes your skin brighter, your energy higher, your smile more alive. But what if that's not just a metaphor? What if sex really does make you look younger, not in a magical anti-aging cream kind of way, but through a deeper biological and emotional process that affects every part of your body and mind? I'm the Intimacy Doctor. Real talk, real science, real intimacy. And today we're going to unpack one of the most fascinating intersections between human connection, psychology, and physical vitality: the link between sex, intimacy, and youthfulness. Now, before we dive in, let's make one thing clear. This conversation isn't about vanity. Looking younger isn't just about smooth skin or wrinkle-free faces. It's about radiance, that natural vitality and inner calm that people carry when they're connected, emotionally fulfilled, and physically alive. So when we ask, does sex make you look younger? We're really exploring something deeper: the science of how emotional connection, communication, and trust affect the chemistry that shapes not only how we feel, but how we look. Let's start with the biology. Research has shown that regular, healthy sexual activity releases a powerful cocktail of hormones: oxytocin, endorphins, and estrogen, each of which plays a crucial role in how the body regenerates and maintains itself. Oxytocin, sometimes called the love hormone, is produced during physical touch, affection, and orgasm. It doesn't just make you feel close to your partner, it literally lowers stress hormones like cortisol. Chronic stress, as you probably know, accelerates aging. It breaks down collagen, disrupts sleep, and triggers inflammation. So, in a very real way, when intimacy reduces stress, it's like pressing a gentle pause button on the biological aging process. But it's not just hormones. Studies have found that people who engage in sexual activity a few times per week have higher levels of immunoglobulin A, an immune protein that helps the body fight infection. And when your immune system functions well, your body repairs itself more efficiently. That means better sleep, better energy, better mood, and yes, better skin and vitality. A study published in Psychology and Aging even found that individuals who maintained regular intimacy into midlife tended to have more positive perceptions of their own aging, and those perceptions correlated with how others viewed their attractiveness. That means feeling youthful from within can literally influence how others perceive you. But here's the interesting twist. It's not just the physical act of sex that creates this effect. It's the quality of the intimacy behind it. You can't fake that glow. When emotional connection, trust, and communication are present, the experience becomes restorative, not draining. Think about it. Have you ever seen a couple that just radiates warmth and calm, even without saying a word? That's the biochemistry of connection in action. The kind of intimacy that rejuvenates isn't about performance, it's about presence. When we feel safe, seen, and desired, our nervous system shifts into a state of regulation. Our heart rate steadies. Our breathing deepens. Our brain releases dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin, and together, they create an internal environment where healing and regeneration thrive. So maybe the real secret isn't that sex makes you younger. It's that connection does. The act is simply one of the most powerful ways humans access deep emotional synchronization. When two people are truly present with each other, mirroring body language, attuning to breathing, engaging eye contact, even their brainwaves start to align. Neuroimaging studies have found this kind of neural synchrony between couples during affectionate touch and communication. That alignment fosters empathy and trust, two emotional states that lower stress and promote overall well-being. And well-being, on a cellular level, slows the wear and tear of time. Now, if you're thinking, okay, but what about people who aren't in relationships? That's a great question, because youthfulness and vitality aren't dependent on having a partner. The same physiological benefits can come from deep emotional intimacy in non-sexual forms, meaningful friendships, affectionate touch, even self-intimacy practices that involve mindfulness, body awareness, and self-compassion. The science of intimacy isn't about who you're with. It's about how connected you are to yourself and others. Emotional isolation, on the other hand, has been linked to increased cortisol, weakened immune response, and faster cellular aging. So whether through sexual intimacy or emotional connection, the principle remains: connection keeps us alive, in every sense of the word. Another layer to this conversation is how intimacy affects sleep, one of the most underrated anti-aging mechanisms we have. After healthy sexual activity, oxytocin levels rise and cortisol levels drop, creating the ideal hormonal environment for deep restorative sleep. Good sleep is when the body releases growth hormone, the substance that helps repair tissue, build collagen, and maintain muscle tone. That's why people often describe feeling rested, glowing, or even lighter after intimate connection. It's biochemistry meeting psychology. But let's talk psychology for a moment. When we experience intimacy that's emotionally safe and affirming, it boosts self-esteem. Feeling desired and accepted at a deep level validates our sense of worth. This emotional reassurance creates positive feedback loops. We take better care of ourselves, move more confidently, and engage the world with more openness. Those behaviors over time contribute to an aura of youth, the kind that comes not from hiding age but from embodying aliveness. Conversely, when intimacy is filled with shame, insecurity, or disconnection, it can do the opposite. Emotional stress from conflict or mistrust triggers chronic anxiety and hormonal imbalance, both of which visibly affect the body. So again, it's not sex itself that's the magic pill. It's healthy, emotionally intelligent intimacy. What's fascinating is that scientists are now studying how loving relationships can influence gene expression. A field called epigenetics explores how behaviors and emotional environments can switch on or switch off certain genes related to aging and inflammation. In one long-term study, couples who reported high relationship satisfaction had lower markers of inflammation and better regulation of telomere length, the little caps on the ends of your DNA that shorten as you age. Shorter telomeres are associated with accelerated aging. So, when connection and emotional safety help maintain telomere health, it literally means love, in its truest, calmest form, is cellular medicine. And it doesn't stop there. Blood flow, oxygenation, and cardiovascular health, all of these are impacted by healthy sexual activity. When arousal increases heart rate and circulation, more oxygen reaches the skin, giving it that natural post-intimacy glow. Some dermatologists even refer to it as nature's facial. But again, it's not about beauty in a superficial sense. It's about vitality. When you feel loved, seen, and connected, your body mirrors that truth through posture, tone, and expression. That's why emotional wellness and physical appearance are inseparable. You can't separate the biology of touch from the psychology of connection. So here's a reflective question for you. When was the last time you felt deeply connected to someone? Not just physically, but emotionally? Think about that moment, how your body felt lighter, your energy felt more centered, your face naturally softened. That's what we're really talking about when we say sex can make you look younger. It's not a secret beauty hack. It's the visible result of emotional harmony and hormonal balance. If this resonates with you, take a second to hit that like button, not for the algorithm, but to remind yourself that intimacy deserves more real, compassionate conversations like this. Share your thoughts below. Have you ever noticed how emotional connection changes the way you carry yourself or how you look? I'd love to read your experiences and perspectives. Now, if you want to bring more of that youthful energy into your life, here are a few gentle practices rooted in relationship science. First, prioritize emotional honesty. Whether with a partner or yourself, truth builds trust, and trust regulates the nervous system. Second, cultivate regular affectionate touch. A hug, a gentle hand on the shoulder, even mindful self-massage. Physical touch tells your body, I'm safe. Third, communicate desires without judgment. Emotional safety during intimacy comes from open communication. And finally, remember that real intimacy begins long before the bedroom, in the small daily gestures of kindness, curiosity, and care that make your nervous system feel grounded. Because youth isn't something we chase. It's something we express when we feel aligned, loved, and emotionally present. The glow people talk about isn't just from skin cells. It's from serotonin, oxytocin, and self-acceptance all working together. It's the body's way of saying, I'm alive, I'm connected, and I feel safe. So yes, in many ways, sex, when it's connected, consensual, and emotionally safe, can make you look and feel younger. But the real secret is that intimacy makes you be younger. Not because it erases time, but because it helps you inhabit it more fully. That's the beauty of emotional connection. It slows down the mind long enough for the body to heal, to glow, to rest. If this kind of perspective speaks to you, make sure you subscribe to The Intimacy Doctor and turn on notifications, so you don't miss new episodes where we explore the science of emotional health, communication, and authentic connection. And if you want to go even deeper, watch the next video. We'll explore how emotional intimacy changes your brain chemistry and why understanding that can completely transform how you experience love, trust, and attraction. Because this isn't just about looking younger, it's about feeling more alive.